In this video, join us on a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise aboard Royal Caribbean's Star of the Seas. We'll bring you along as we check out this brand new ship and some of the amazing entertainment and dining experiences available on board.
Hey friends, welcome back to Castles Canals. Today we are on Star of the Seas. This is our second Royal Caribbean ship.
Yep.
We did Icon 2 years ago, something like that?
November 2024.
Yes. And we loved it so much, we came back on their newest ship, and we brought some friends with us. So we're very excited to take the sailing out. We had the key package, so how was the boarding?
Super easy. It was so fast. We were through in, I feel like, less than 10 minutes. It was great. So nice, so easy. And yeah, 10 a.m. we're already on board.
Yeah, I was surprised. I figured we'd get here around 10. We might have to wait a little bit. I think we waited 5 minutes in the terminal.
Yeah.
Barely any wait at all. We're straight on, so.
Yeah. Great. And super fast to do the muster on your phone, which is nice. We didn't have to stand in line like on Disney, which is really nice. And then we already picked up our WOW bands, and you picked up your soda cup. So we are ready to rock and roll and get into the water. At least I am.
Priority 1.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
We decided to make the Overlook our first stop on the ship while we waited for our friends to arrive. This is the solarium in the big bubble at the front of the ship, just forward from the Aqua Theater. It's one of our favorite spaces on the Icon class ships, as it's comfortable, usually quiet, air-conditioned space where we can just relax and stare out at the ocean.
So last time we were on board, these little pods up here were always full of people.
Always.
You had to seriously stalk them to get in a space up here. Benefit of being on it before 11 a.m. They're pretty quiet.
Finally able to check it out. It's very comfortable. I would love to be up here on a sea day with a nice beverage, my Kindle. That's why I love the Overlook.
I think we need to get some pool towels and bring them up here at 6 a.m. and just kind of claim our spots.
Yeah. I don't know if that would be allowed.
Yeah, well, it's not allowed in the pool deck. Other people do it.
True.
But we aren't the first up here. There's a guy over there on his laptop that's
Oh yeah?
beat us up here.
Get that work done.
Yeah, might as well. Overlook's the best.
It is the best.
You want to get a coffee drink?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Espresso martini time.
Okay, so learn something new. The coffee bar doesn't open until noon today on boarding day. But the Overlook bar was open, and the gentleman made you a lovely espresso martini.
It's really because of cruising that I've learned about the espresso martini, as well as because of our lovely travel agent Jen, who we will link to below, who helped us and our entire party with this entire cruise. So big shout out to Jen, because she helps us not only with cruising, but also lifting up my beverage choices. So thank you, Jen. I love you.
And she facilitates, travel and other stuff too. She's pretty baller, so.
Yeah, amazing.
Try it, see how it is.
Yeah, while I'm doing that, can you tell me what yours is?
I got a pineapple guava sangria. They have 3 kinds of sangria. There was one that was a red, one was a white, and this one was in the middle.
Okay.
But it called to me, so.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, that's dangerous. It tastes like you're drinking fruit juice.
Very nice. Well, we're going to enjoy these, and then pretty soon the rest of our party should be getting here, and we're going to welcome them in the Promenade.
I can't wait to see their faces when they step on board.
It's going to be wild. Very excited. Look at it!
Oh, this is small.
Oh, look at you.
And they didn't.
After reuniting with our friends, we headed to the dining room for our special key members lunch. This lunch features a selection of items from the Chops Steakhouse menu. The rest of the day was spent enjoying reconnecting with our friends and, of course, some great pool time.
All right, we're just wrapping up the first part of day 2, and we are at CocoCay. Perfect day at CocoCay. Refuse to say CocoCay. It's CocoCay.
I mean, however you want to rhyme, your choice.
Yes. This time we decided also to do the Hideaway again, the adults-only beach area. It was around $60 a person, I think, this time. I booked it kind of late. But yeah, it was nice as usual, right?
Yeah, it was definitely not as busy as the last time, I don't think. So I'm not sure if maybe...
Well, there's only
one ship here, so that also makes a difference. But yeah, it wasn't like overly crowded, though water was nice. The pool was fantastic as always. This time we tried the pizza, which was definitely better than like Disney pizza. I would say not as good as the pizza on board. I mean, I guess it's probably the same.
I think it's the same as Sorrento's.
It's probably the same, but I don't know. It didn't taste the same for me. I guess I'm going to have to go to Sorrento's to double check that. But it was a delightful way to spend a Monday. You know, it was like 30 degrees Celsius, and we found chairs in the shade, so we got the best of both worlds of sun and shade. So it was great.
No meetings. Just pool water. And that pool, that infinity pool, is like the Goldilocks pool. It's the perfect temperature. It's so comfortable.
Yeah, and we actually found like some loungers to sit in, which we didn't do the last time. Yeah, so it was really nice. It was worth the extra money for sure.
Yeah, we didn't see any of the rest of the island this time. We were just straight there and back.
No. I mean, we were also thinking that we weren't here as long as the last time. So that's why I think we also had more time to explore. It was our first time, so this time we could really just chill. Yeah. Until the next time. We'll be back.
So yeah, it's actually still pretty early in the day. We're going to go back on board, and I'm not sure what we're doing this afternoon, but tonight we have the ice show. Mm-hmm. So that'll be fun. Huh?
Excited.
Yep.
It's going to be a good time. Before the ice show, we enjoyed some beautiful harp playing at Lou's Jazz Club in Central Park. Seems like the Disney magic just follows us around, no matter which ship we're on. Next up, we headed to Absolute Zero for Seoul. And let me tell you, this is not your average cruise ship ice show. It's themed around the journey of the sun, and it sports the largest ice skating cast in the entire fleet. With the full ice projections and the addition of the extreme skaters pulling off some really incredible stunts in the small arena, it is easily one of the most stunning productions Royal Caribbean has ever put together. If you sail on Star of the Seas, do not miss this one. Easily one of our absolute favorite evenings on board. This little stingray was our first towel creature of the week.
So we just got out of seeing the Back to the Future show.
Just as amazing as when we saw it on the West End.
Yeah. I believe this was a slightly abbreviated version.
They took 30 minutes off, I think.
From the 2-hour version.
From the West End version.
I don't know what they took out, but it was still just as good.
I think it was some of the like preamble stuff. Jennifer, I feel like, had another song or something. Mm. But they kept in the ending, which is like the part that you want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but...
That's why we're not going to say it.
It's incredible.
That they did it on a ship, too. I was surprised when they did it in the West End. I was surprised when they did it on a ship.
Yes. I gotta say the guy that played Marty on the show was absolutely phenomenal.
He was amazing.
I think he was better than the West End guy.
I don't remember him close enough, but they were both good.
Super, super good. Did you notice that early on when Doc went to open the door of the DeLorean, he actually ripped the bit of the trim off of it?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
He ripped this trim on the door, ripped it off. He's and threw it in the car. He's like, get in there.
Oh, I saw him throw something in the car. I didn't see what it was.
Yeah, he ripped the trim off.
That was funny.
But yeah, if you come on the Star, make sure that you, as soon as the show opens up, the reservation's up, get a reservation, go see it.
And we did, it's a C day, and we did 2:30, and it was pretty empty when we were there. They definitely must have let a lot of the standby people in, because we have the key, so we could have sat in the key area, but the seats actually weren't as good, so we went down into the regular seating, and we were 3 rows from the stage. Yeah,
the key seating is it's you have the lower part, then you have a little ring that's these kind of more fancy chairs.
Yeah.
But the other key people got there way ahead of us, and so the center part was filled.
Yeah.
And then so we were kind of pushed out to the edges, and the view wasn't very good from there.
But also the seats weren't that great. We were looking at them as we were walking back out, and our group was this: the regular seats are better because 1, they're wider, 2, they have an actual drink holder, which the key ones didn't, and they just overall looked comfier. Then that's what we thought. We felt like we had better seats.
Could be. But yeah, and then we had great seats for it.
And we got there 30 minutes before it started. So again, I think because it was a C day, there's so much other stuff going on.
True.
But it was great. We didn't have any issues. Some of our friends went last night, and they had an 8-minute delay for some technical issues, but ours went without a problem.
Somebody must have been using their phone and interrupting their cutting edge technology, as they said.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. But no, it was great. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Fantastic.
Awesome. Well, next up, I have dinner at the Lincoln Park Supper Club with my friend Stacy. Danny, it's not bougie enough to eat there, apparently.
There's not enough stuff for me to eat, so it's not worth the $200. I'd be sad to miss the music because I did hear some of it yesterday when I was going to the bathroom next door to the supper club. So that's going to be really cool. So I am sad that I'm going to miss that. But I'm going to have some me time, maybe into the thermal suite, maybe into the adult area, maybe the overlook. The possibilities are endless because you're going to be in dinner for an endless amount of time.
Yep. And formal attire is acquired, so let's go. And with that, we're ready. Gonna head down to deck 8 for some Lincoln Park Supper Club. We got our invites earlier this week. Very nice, very fancy envelope. Wax stamp on the back, which is very fancy. And our little official invite with a 10-minute window to arrive. So don't be late. Let's go. Tucked away in Central Park, this place drops you straight into 1930 Chicago. It's an intimate 40-seat space featuring live, sultry jazz and a massive multi-course tasting menu where every single course comes with a custom cocktail pairing. At $200 plus gratuities, it's definitely the biggest culinary splurge on the ship. But for an experience like this, absolutely worth it. The starting courses are all preset, but you get to make a choice for your main course and desserts. Each course is inspired by a different Chicago establishment.
My kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of razzmatazz, and it has all that jazz, and each time I leave Chicago is to get my sleep. Chicago is why I just grin like a clown. It's my
Here's a look at what we enjoyed during our evening at the club.
under the sea, let there be wind. It doesn't need sugar, 'cause it's already sweet. It doesn't need an oven, 'cause it's got a lot of heat. Get that jack, I'll put it in your pocket till I get back. The time and time waits for no man, it ain't got time. nothing. The sun comes smiling through, but with all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Coco, bring it, what do you see? In one Henry Cremery, they hit you high and they hit you low, they hit you fast and they hit you slow. Oh, it's yeah, oh.
I got Italian crab ravioli and that's about it. How did you enjoy the supper club?
Oh, amazing. Completely amazing. Definitely should try it.
So much food, so much drink.
Yes.
Amazing.
Everything was amazing, though.
I'll recap more in the morning when I'm less drunk, but good times.
Day 4 sees us arrive at St. Thomas. Though we decided to remain on board and just enjoy the ship, the views are absolutely breathtaking. Early in the afternoon, performers across all the different shows on board came together to put on a very fun show / parade in the Royal Promenade. The Ocean Odyssey Parade sees guests join King Atlantis and his deep-sea crew on a quest to uncover the lost royal scroll for the Ocean Queen. Honestly, this was way more fun than it had right to be.
Oh yeah.
creatures. The royal scroll has vanished. To get it back, we'll need help from the one who reigns over all, our ocean queen. Scroll as if it was reflected in her mirror. King Atlantis and Sammy will need to call on the wisest creatures of the sea, Mother Turtle. Because in the deep, slow and steady doesn't just win the race, it leads the way.
Our second tower creature of the trip is a happy little turtle.
We have disembarked in St. Maarten. We are gonna go try to find our way to the taxi stand and grab a taxi over to Maho Beach. This is that famous beach where you have the airport it's at the end of the runway for the airport, or the start of the runway for the airport. But anyway, the jets come and land right over your head, and you get blown away by the air pressure from the plane. So, seen this online for so long, super excited to check it out. Get a little beach time, so let's go. Welcome to St. Maarten.
Welcome! The taxi to Maho Beach was very easy. You purchase a round-trip ride at the port and share a nicely air-conditioned van to the beach area. As we arrived, we found the Sunset Beach Bar, which has a screen showing the flight schedule for the airport across the street. We grabbed some drinks and made our way down to the water. Quick note about the waves here. They are quite intense and there's no lifeguard on duty, so please be careful.
So we just got back from Maho Beach. We didn't take the ship excursion. We did a DIY adventure today.
We did, yes. It was $28 round trip for each of us on the taxi, which was really reasonable.
Yeah, there's a little taxi stand here with set up just exclusively to take you to Maho
It was
Beach.
like 30-ish minutes each way.
Yeah, not
So,
too bad.
Yeah. There were like also like little vans that fit like 10 to 12 people in it.
Yeah, very comfortable, air conditioned. It's a shared experience. Like, you don't get your private cab, you share it.
I mean, you can do private ones, but we didn't want to pay extra money.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's only two of us.
Maho Beach was pretty much what I expected.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we've only seen it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But it was wild to have the plane so close over your head.
Yeah, at first we were kind of off to one side and didn't really get the full blast of the jets.
Yeah.
But then we moved over and yeah, the jet blast is no joke.
Yeah.
It was a little bit scary though. We had an incident there.
Yeah, there was a woman that was sitting and one of the jet blasts came and this guy was driving a truck and the top of the back of the truck, like the fiberglass on top, came off and actually like hit her in the head. And all we heard was like her shrieking and she was like maybe like not that a few meters away from us, and that was like really scary. I also felt bad for her son who like definitely was having a bit of a panic attack. But thankfully there was like a doctor, someone nearby, and luckily security was also coming by, and we did see the ambulance come over as well. But that was really scary. And then the driver was telling us that like people die there regularly, unfortunately. It's like a man-made beach, he said.
Yeah. Somebody else said those. It's like one of those Ford F-150s with like the fiberglass flat cover on it.
Yeah.
And somebody said those things can weigh up to like 400 pounds, something like
Yeah.
that. We watched it. It just ripped off the top and the struts that you're used to lift it up. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing came off, hit another car, and then this lady was sitting on the cement wall and it just nailed her in the back.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was-
thankfully she was speaking, she was responsive, so hopefully we really hope that she's okay. But yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. Cool experience. Seeing the planes
Yeah.
come over. The waves were pretty intense, but it was
They
a
were
nice swim.
fun. It was really fun to swim in those. That was cool.
And there's a little bar there, Sunset Beach Bar, that we
Yeah.
had some drinks and little snacks. It was
Yeah.
nice. Had a good time.
It was good. Overall, we were probably there for like 4-ish hours, and I feel like that was plenty of time because the taxi was like every 30 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd go back there again. It's like kind of like a one and done, but
Yeah.
it was fun to do. Definitely great to experience something you've seen online and wanted.
Yeah, it's fun when you're like, oh, I saw this on Instagram, and then I'm here.
Yes. But yeah, so we're gonna get back on board now and go check out the Hideaway. We haven't got to experience the adult area without the children.
Well,
You did a little bit.
I did already.
But it rained.
But then it downpoured, and I had to leave. But yes, let's go.
I think we're fine today. We can see it up there. You can see it.
Yeah,
Hideaway.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
On the other side of the rope. Door.
Time for dinner, so let's head down to Central Park for some Azumi Hibachi. We had a really great experience with a super fun chef and a very tasty meal.
My egg roll have a special name. The name is Do. Do is just like, don't you want me like a, don't you need me like I need you. Live tomorrow, all you gotta do is meet me.
So we're in the music hall for bingo, and we did our crackets. We've already won big.
I mean, huge. This is gonna pay for a whole other cruise.
$2.
One's the winner.
$2 US dollars. Woo!
Keith
I know
is
where it's come
coming.
from. This bench.
This corner.
Keith is coming. Sounds like a.
Leah picked the wrong.
Come on, Keith, who's there with you?
We have Rebecca from Toronto.
Rebecca.
One of the coolest things about the ice arena on board is that during sea days, they open up the rink for open skating. It is a completely free activity. It is honestly such a surreal feeling to be skating on ice while sailing through the middle of the Caribbean. If you've never skated on a cruise ship before, you have to try it at least once. Now on Icon of the Seas with the Key package, we received dedicated time slots for ice skating and other onboard activities. For some reason that wasn't offered for us on this sailing, but we did manage to book a time.
Star wipe. You know, Homer, there are different wipes than star wipes.
If you want to do open skating during your cruise, here's what you need to know. First, check your Royal app on day 1 to see when the sessions are because they fill up fast. Second, pack accordingly. They strictly enforce a long pants and socks rule. No shorts allowed on the ice. You have to sign a waiver before stepping on the ice. They hand you your skates and a helmet, and then you've got about 30-minute session to show off your best moves. Just no tricks or backward skating. Our day 6 towel creature is a penguin? Lovely lashes though. Time to head to the Aqua Theater to check out Torque.
At the starting line. Engines thumping and thumping in time.
So we just got out of Torque and it was phenomenal. We were 2 rows from the stage, thankfully out of the majority of the splash zone.
A little splashy.
A little splashy. I was protecting our 7-year-old niece, so I was kind of watching like this, but it was so cool. Some changes, enhancements from the show on the Icon was, it looked like they added like 2 more robotic arms, and then the motorcycle guys were phenomenal.
I mean, I knew about the motorcycles, but to see it in real life,
Yeah.
holy cow.
I mean, my question for a majority of these people, athletes, is like, how do you figure out this is what you want to do? Like, I just want to fly up. I mean, I understand the diving, you're a D1 athlete, whatever, but like the motorcycle guys, how do you figure out that you want to be motorcycling within this ball?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
You got like professionals that are slackliners, I think they're called.
The slackliners, yeah.
You got professional synchronized swimmers, divers, dancers. Absolutely incredible.
Wild. It's not to be missed. And we did have the key seating, but we ended up sitting like just next to it just to have a better view for our smaller participants.
Yeah.
So the kids, just to make sure that they could see it.
I will say that these Aqua shows are incredibly popular.
Yeah.
So you have to book them early to make sure you get a reservation to get into them. And you have to get here early too.
Yeah, so our friend was already in line at like 6:45, so an hour beforehand. She said that they were going to start letting them in at 7, even with the key, but they actually opened up 5 minutes before that. So we were like in our seats 45 minutes before. So like it's definitely worth, especially if you want to get a really good seat, to be here an hour beforehand, whether your key, reservation, etc., because also the standby line was like wrapping around the back of the stage.
Get here early, get in line early if you want good seats. Otherwise,
it's worth it.
You're splitting your party up. You're definitely do things you don't want to do. So
yeah,
definitely, but don't miss it. It's so good.
I don't know, like, is it when you don't want to count the stage show, so you want to think like this versus the ice skating show, like they're both phenomenal. But like, do you have a favorite between the two?
I think this is incredible. Like, ice skating show is good, but this is just like next level. The amount of athleticism and stunts and just skill, it's incredible.
But also because we just went ice skating, so we know what the rink is like. I can't imagine the stunts that they're doing on that. Like, it just brings it to another level. No matter what, everything is phenomenal. So like, it's great. Don't miss any of it. Reserve it all.
Absolutely.
I need to let everyone know that I survived the t-shirt madness. So on Royal, what they do is, well, what we learned on Icon, and we learned it on the last day, was that there's a t-shirt sale 2 for $30, and people line up well in advance. They're like 5-6 people deep, and they're 2 for $30. So I got this, and then I'm so excited because I was really hoping they made this into merch, and they did. I now have my own washy t-shirt. But it is wild out there. The good thing is they put them all by sizes, so if you know your size, you know where to line up. But some of these people are ruthless. I was getting ready to throw some elbows against some Omas and Opas in there. At breakfast and the buffet on the last day of the cruise, they do a little parade/celebration for the staff of the Windjammer. This involves a little parade dance around the restaurant. Bit of fun if you catch it.
It took until the last day, but I finally got to meet Sailor. Unfortunately, by the time I got to see her, she was pretty much done with people. But she's such a good girl, though. Now, before we wrap up, let me give you a quick tour of our stateroom. Alright, this is room 608 on deck 12 of Star of the Seas. As you step in, immediately on the right you have your bathroom, you have your room controls, all your light switches, this big mirror, which actually is also in fact a closet. Inside you'll find your safe. You get a decent sized tablet in there, probably not a laptop unless it's a small laptop. Quite a bit of storage here. In front there's a small table that's movable. You can bring it up the couch if you want to bring it. And your trash can. On the right is your couch. This converts into a single bed, I believe. Opposite that we have a desk area with quite a few drawers, and your hair dryer's in there. On this side we actually have our mini fridge. Very cool, we found. Keeps drinks nice and cold. Above the desk we have looks like an EU plug, a USB-A and USB-C outlet, and a 120 volt It's like American. Yeah, it's like American outlet mostly. Possibly also UK. Moving further in the room, in front of the bed, there's a lit frame here with the palm tree frond motif subtly on the wall. It's very nice, and some lighting. There's some additional shelving here for your things. The lighting is nice though. It's a nice touch. The bed, a nice comfortable bed. It does split into two, so if you need two separate beds, it can do that for you. Just ask your room steward. On this side, we just have a USB-A, and an American outlet. On the other side, looks like we just have a USB-A outlet and your telephone. Some artwork. A nighttime palm tree motif. It's quite nice. Next to that, we have your closets. So, starting up below here, there are 4 basket drawers. Above that, there is a sizable hanging closet with hangers. And next to that is a much taller, long hanging closet. And here we also have some inside lower hangers too. This little bump out is from your safe on the other side where that mirror is. There are some additional hooks here by the door for hanging coats, swimsuits, whatever. And your door frame here is lit, which is a really nice touch. The lighting in this room is quite nice. And look in the bathroom next. So as you step in, on your right is the toilet. There are some shelving here along the back wall. Nice size shower. Door opens towards you and kind of hinges it back inside, so it gives you a nice, doesn't really take up the whole space of your room, or your bathroom, which is nice. Couple shelves in here. And there is the single bottle of combo shampoo and body wash. Stuff is great for body wash, shampoo not so much. Recommend bringing your own shampoo and conditioner if you have hair. The shower head has a wand, but it has really nice pressure. Nice showers in here. Opposite that, we have a shelf with some towels, and then there is actually a bench in here as well. These are some of our extra towels from earlier in the week, but those are there. And then we have the sink area. Good amount of storage here, shelves underneath. Shelving's along the side with a couple of USB American outlets for shavers and hair dryers and whatnot, I guess. A couple glasses. Very well lit in here. Down below, like I said, there's some shelving, some extra towels, your bath mat. There is a trash can down there, and there's also a drawer here for storage as well. Overall, we found this room to be very comfortable, very easy to stay in for the whole 7 days, and we really look forward to coming back. And here is our balcony. We have 2 chairs, complete with footrests, which is really nice, and a nice sized table. And because we were connected with our friends, our stateroom host was able to open the door for us. So we were adjoining balconies, which is quite nice. All right, so end of another cruise.
Yep.
This was an awesome one.
It was super fun.
Star of the Seas, 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Highly recommend.
Would recommend, yes.
Maybe not on school vacation week.
Yeah. If you don't have to go on school vacation week, I would recommend no.
Yeah.
But even though they did say that on the cruise before ours there was like 4,000 kids, and this cruise had 1,000. That's what they announced.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's a large proportion of kids to humans.
Well, yes. I mean, that makes sense. Anyway.
What was your favorite part?
Ooh, we did this over breakfast, and I realized that I didn't actually. I asked everyone else what their favorite part was. I would have to say that I loved the ice skating.
Ice skating, okay, cool.
Yes. It's hard because I want to pick like every single show as well, because everyone was like Back to the Future, ice skating, Torque, the pools, like all of it was great. Also, like I liked being on Perfect Day Without Another Ship as well, was super nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with ice skating.
For me, it was the supper club. That was an exquisite experience. Had so much fun, such good food, such good music. If you could swing it, do it. It's great.
Swing.
It was jazz, not swing. Come on.
Still.
But yeah, so I'm not sure when we're back on another Icon Class ship. We don't have any booked right now. I hope we'll figure that out soon.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to see our sailings on the Icon of the Seas, we'll put the video here for you to watch somewhere. And for now, we will see you real soon.
Because you know what? It's time to go to Disney for one more night.
Bye.
Bye.